There are moments in life when everything feels too loud. The world moves too fast, people expect too much, and your own mind refuses to sit still. You wake up and immediately feel the pull of anxiety. You check your phone before you even breathe properly. You compare your life to others without realizing it. You react before thinking. You get angry when things don't go your way. You overthink every small mistake. You feel like you should be in control. But most days, you're not even in control of your own thoughts. And at the end of the day, when you finally sit alone with yourself, you feel the weight of stress, distraction, and emotional chaos pressing down on your chest. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is the universal struggle of our age, the battle within our own mind. But here's the truth. If you can't control your mind, the world will control it for you. This is where one of the oldest, simplest, and most profound books in history steps in. A book written not for scholars, not for philosophers, not for monks, but for one single man trying to stay calm, wise, and good in a world full of chaos. A man named Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome. His private journal, never meant to be published, is what we today call meditations. And inside those pages lies a powerful truth. You don't control the world, but you can control the way you respond to it. This book is not about being emotionless. It's about becoming unshakable. It's not about rejecting life. It's about living it wisely. It's not about suppressing feelings. It's about mastering them. And today, we explore how meditations can help you handle stress, anger, anxiety, people's behavior, setbacks, fears, and pressure through simple ideas you can apply every day. Welcome to Top Summary, where you learn from great minds, transform your life, and watch your growth unfold. If you're new here, we bring you powerful book summaries and life-changing lessons to help you grow faster and live better. Marcus Aurelius wasn't a calm philosopher sitting on a mountain. He was the emperor of the most powerful empire in the world. He woke up every day responsible for armies, cities, famines, wars, betrayals, politics, and millions of lives. And yet, he wrote notes to himself like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Think about that. He controlled armies, but he still understood. The hardest battle is the battle inside your own mind. His book, Meditations, is his attempt to stay rational, calm, grounded, and compassionate in situations that would break most people. And the best part? Everything he learned, you can apply today. He reminds us again and again, if something is outside your control, let it go. Simple? Yes. Easy? No. Imagine a man stuck in traffic. He's late for work. Cars aren't moving. His heart is pounding. His anger rises. He punches the steering wheel. None of this moves the traffic. The only thing he controls is his reaction. As Marcus says, you are disturbed not by events, but by your opinions about them. The traffic didn't stress him. His thoughts did. Whenever something bothers you, pause and ask, is this under my control? If yes, take action. If no, release it. A colleague insulting you? Not in your control. Your response? Completely in your control. Your past mistakes? Not in your control. How you grow from them? In your control. Someone leaves your life? Not in your control. How you rebuild yourself? In your control. Practice this daily, and life becomes lighter. Marcus also reminds us that the mind is your kingdom. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you think you're not good enough, you will behave like someone who is not good enough. If you think the world is against you, your mind will search for evidence that confirms it. A student who fails once may convince himself he is incapable. But the real prison isn't the failure, it's the belief. Guard your mind like a fortress. When negative thoughts appear, don't fight them or believe them. Simply say, "This is just a thought, not a fact." That small distance gives you power. Another of Marcus' reminders: everything is temporary. Pain, stress, disappointment, heartbreak, nothing stays forever. Imagine someone going through a breakup. In the moment, it feels like life is ending. But months later, the pain softens, and one day it becomes a memory. When things overwhelm you, remind yourself gently, this too will pass. Because it will. Marcus also warns against seeking approval. We love ourselves more than others, but care more for their opinion than our own. Think about how much of your life is shaped by fear of judgment. Whether it's posting online, choosing a career, or even expressing your dreams. Imagine someone wanting to start a business but stopping because relatives say it's risky. He doesn't stop because he's incapable. He stops because he fears their voices more than his own. Marcus wants you to choose your voice over the noise of others. Approval is a cage. Self-respect is freedom. He also practiced gratitude daily. Even when life was hard, he reminded himself, you woke up. Your body works. You have reason. Use them. Gratitude isn't about ignoring problems. It's about not letting problems blind you to everything good. Each night, try listing 3 small things that went right. Your mind slowly learns to notice light, even in darkness. Another powerful teaching: anger punishes you for other people's behavior. Marcus, surrounded by betrayal and pressure, wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When someone is rude, your anger hurts you, not them. Your stress, your tension, your wasted energy, all of it is your burden. Ask yourself, is this worth giving away my peace? Almost always, the answer is no. He reminds you to focus on your duty, not the reward. In today's world, where likes, applause, and recognition dominate everything, Marcus tells you to do the right thing because it is right, not because someone is watching. Imagine an athlete who loses motivation when praise disappears. Marcus would say, do it because it aligns with who you are. When you detach from outcomes, discipline becomes natural. And finally, Marcus teaches that life happens only in the present moment. So much anxiety comes from living everywhere except the now. We regret the past. We fear the future. We wait for the perfect moment. But real life is happening here, in the breath you're taking, in the step you're walking, in the words you're hearing. Do not live as if you had 10,000 years. He writes, the present moment is not small. It is everything. Life often feels like a storm. You try to move forward, but something keeps pulling you back. A memory, a regret, a fear, a disappointment, someone's harsh words, or your own expectations. Meditations teaches us that peace is not found by escaping life, but by facing life with a clearer, calmer mind. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to accept people as they are, not as we wish them to be. When someone does wrong, blame not them, but the ignorance that guides them. People hurt others not because they want to, but because of their own fears, insecurities, stress, or pain. Imagine meeting someone at work who always speaks harshly. Your first instinct might be anger, but consider that they may be struggling with something you know nothing about. Instead of reacting, try observing. Instead of taking it personally, try understanding. Instead of matching their negativity, keep your peace. This doesn't mean you accept disrespect. It means you don't let the world turn you into someone you are not. Marcus also practiced memento mori, the reminder of mortality, not to create fear, but to eliminate it. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember how temporary life is, everything becomes clearer. The small annoyances lose power. The need for approval fades. The pressure to impress disappears. The future feels less frightening. Imagine someone sitting beside a sick loved one. Suddenly, the arguments, work stress, and petty worries seem meaningless. Mortality brings focus. It teaches you to live deeply, love fully, and appreciate everything that exists right now, in this moment. Marcus reminds us not to waste our energy on unnecessary drama. Most of what we say and do is not essential. Eliminate it. We waste so much life on bitterness, arguments, overthinking, gossip, and endless scrolling through other people's lives. Imagine a woman who spends every morning reading negative comments online. Her day is already ruined before it even begins. Marcus would gently say, "Your soul deserves better." Before reacting to anything, ask, "Is this necessary?" Most of the time, it isn't. That one question can save your mind. Another Stoic idea. Your perception shapes your reality. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Two people can face the same event, but one becomes stronger while the other collapses. The difference isn't the situation, it's the interpretation. Imagine two people losing a job. One says, "This is the end." The other says, "This is painful, but maybe it's a chance to start something new." Pain is real, but suffering is optional. You can't control events, but you can control the meaning you give them. Change the meaning, and you change your future. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your obstacles are not blocking your path, they are your path. Imagine an entrepreneur whose first 3 ideas fail. He feels defeated, but each failure teaches him something essential. Each obstacle strengthens his mind, his skill, his resilience. What seems like a setback is actually training. Difficult moments aren't punishments, they're preparation. Marcus believed in living by principles, not convenience. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. True strength comes from having a solid inner compass. In a world where people lie for opportunities, betray for advantages, or pretend to be someone else to gain approval, Marcus teaches integrity. When your actions align with your values, you walk through life lighter, clearer, and more confident, because you're not pretending. He believed in the power of daily discipline. Marcus didn't just talk about philosophy, he lived it. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Imagine someone talking for years about getting fit but never taking the first step. Stoicism dismisses endless planning and glorifies action. Consistency, not motivation, creates change. Discipline is freedom, not restriction. And the foundation of discipline is simply showing up, again and again. Marcus also teaches that the past no longer belongs to you. Thinking about what happened cannot change what happened. Imagine someone replaying their mistakes every night. Marcus would remind them, "You cannot lose what is already finished." Instead of drowning yourself in guilt, learn, adjust, and move forward. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Kindness is another pillar of Stoic strength. Marcus wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Anyone can be kind on a good day. Real strength is being kind on a difficult day. Imagine someone shouting at you. Your instinct is to fight back, But silence or a calm response protects your dignity. Kindness disarms conflict. It's not weakness, it's mastery. If you're enjoying this journey through meditations, take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs more peace and clarity in their life. We've got meaningful bonus insights at the end, so stay with me. Marcus teaches that people will always behave according to their nature. Preparing yourself removes the shock. Each morning, he reminded himself that he would meet people who are angry, jealous, rude, and selfish. This wasn't negativity. It was emotional preparation. When you expect imperfections, you don't feel attacked when they appear. He also reminds you that you're part of something bigger. What harms the hive harms the bee. Your life isn't isolated. Kindness ripples outward. Harm ripples too. When you help others, you strengthen the whole. When you hurt others, you weaken yourself. Life becomes meaningful when you recognize your place in the larger world. Marcus warns against postponing peace. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. So many people delay happiness, rest, love, joy, dreams, waiting for the right time. But the right time is always now. Life is shorter than you think and more beautiful than you realize. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create moments with what you have. He reminds us that character is destiny. Your degree, wealth, looks, and achievements matter far less than your character. A person with strong character can rise from any loss. A person without it can lose everything even while having everything. Build honesty, courage, patience, discipline, compassion, things no one can take from you. Stoicism is not emotional suppression. Marcus felt deeply. He cared, worried, loved, suffered. But he didn't let emotions make decisions for him. Imagine receiving criticism that stings. Instead of reacting, a Stoic allows themselves to feel it, understand it, and respond with calm clarity. Emotional control does not mean you stop feeling. It means you stop being ruled by what you feel. Marcus believed everything happens according to nature, meaning everything is temporary, everything changes, and everything unfolds the way it must. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means moving with life, not resisting it. Imagine a sudden setback. Instead of breaking down, ask, how do I move forward from here? Acceptance turns chaos into clarity. He believed in giving full presence to each task. Today we multitask endlessly, eating while scrolling, working while worrying, walking while thinking about something else. But Marcus said, do every act as if it were your last. Presence transforms ordinary moments into meaningful ones. Where your body is, let your mind be. And above all, Marcus believed every day is a chance to begin again. No matter how many times you failed, reacted poorly, lost control, neglected your goals, the Sunrise resets everything. You are allowed to restart at any moment. Begin again with patience, purpose, and hope. Strength is often imagined as something loud, unshakable confidence, flawless composure, and iron mind. But Marcus Aurelius shows us a different kind of strength. A quiet, steady, grounded strength that comes from mastering your inner world. A strength built not on controlling others, but on controlling yourself. A strength that doesn't shout. It simply does not break. As you move deeper into his teachings, you begin to see how his words can transform your life, not someday, but today, in the middle of your ordinary, imperfect, unpredictable day. Marcus Aurelius believed that silence itself is a form of wisdom. The more you say, the less people remember. The less you say, the more they remember. In a world where everyone reacts instantly, silence becomes a superpower. Imagine someone insults you online or in person. Everyone expects you to hit back, prove your point, defend your pride. But instead, you pause, you breathe, you choose silence. That silence protects your dignity. It keeps your mind clear. It stops conflict from growing. Not every fight deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves a response. Sometimes silence speaks louder than anything you could say. Marcus also believed in simplicity. He lived in a palace, commanded armies, ruled an empire. Yet he wrote, "Very little is needed to live a happy life." Today, we live with overwhelming complexity, too many goals, too many desires, too many distractions, too much noise. Imagine a person chasing 10 priorities at once. They are exhausted before they even begin. Life doesn't require more. It requires less. Less chaos. Less comparison. Less clutter. When you simplify your life, you give your mind space to breathe. He practiced a powerful morning ritual. Each morning, he reminded himself that he would meet people who were selfish, jealous, rude, and irrational. This wasn't negativity. It was preparation. When you expect the world to be imperfect, you don't feel attacked when imperfections appear. Imagine starting your day knowing challenges will show up. People may disappoint you, things might go wrong. Suddenly, frustration becomes unnecessary. You're ready. You're steady. You're not surprised by life. Marcus also reminds you that you are part of something bigger. What harms the hive harms the bee. You are not alone, and your actions ripple outward. When you hurt others, you eventually hurt yourself. When you help others, you strengthen the whole. Life becomes meaningful when you recognize that you exist not only for yourself but for the world around you. Even small acts of kindness, a smile, patience, forgiveness, have a far greater impact than you realize. One of Marcus' most important lessons is not to postpone your peace. So many people wait for the perfect moment to be happy. I'll relax when things get better. I'll enjoy life when I become successful. I'll start living when I achieve my goals. But Marcus writes, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Life is happening now. Imagine someone always chasing the next milestone until one day something unexpected forces them to slow down. Suddenly they realize they never actually lived. They only chased. Peace isn't something you find in the future. It's something you choose in the present moment. Marcus believed that character is destiny. Power, wealth, titles, all of it can disappear. But your character remains. Imagine someone who loses everything, job, money, home. If their character is strong, they rise again. But someone without character can lose everything even while appearing successful. Build qualities that no one can take away from you. Integrity, courage, kindness, discipline, patience. These are the real treasures. Stoicism is often misunderstood as emotional numbness. But Marcus Aurelius was not emotionless. He loved deeply, grieved deeply, cared deeply. He felt everything. But he didn't let those feelings control his actions. Emotional control does not mean you avoid emotions. It means you understand them. Imagine receiving criticism that hurts. A Stoic feels the sting, sits with it, learns from it, and then responds with clarity instead of impulse. You're not weak for feeling emotions. You're strong when you can feel them without becoming them. Marcus believed that life follows its own nature, meaning everything changes, everything ends, everything evolves. When you resist reality, you suffer. When you accept reality, you become free. Imagine a sudden setback, a plan ruined, a door closed, an opportunity lost. Most people break down. A Stoic asks, how do I move forward from here? Acceptance is not surrender, it is strength. It is clarity. It is the ability to keep walking even when the path changes. He also believed in giving full presence to the task in front of you. Today we split our attention endlessly. Eating while scrolling, walking while worrying, talking while distracted. Marcus said, do every act of your life as though it were your last. If this conversation were your last, would you be distracted? If this meal were your last, would you rush it? If this moment were your last, would you waste it? Presence makes life richer. When your mind and body are in the same place, you finally feel alive. Marcus also wrote daily because he knew improvement is a constant effort. Every day is a chance to begin again. A bad day doesn't define you. A mistake doesn't define you. A moment of weakness doesn't define you. Today, right now, you can begin again. Imagine someone who lost their temper or failed at their routine. Instead of giving up, they reset. They restart. They try again with a calmer mind. You are allowed to begin again as many times as you need. Gratitude is another central Stoic practice. For Marcus, gratitude wasn't about listing blessings but recognizing the fragility of everything. When you realize that nothing is guaranteed, not health, not relationships, not opportunities, you begin to appreciate life more deeply. Imagine hugging someone you love and knowing that this moment is precious. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into miracles. All these lessons, acceptance, discipline, presence, kindness, simplicity, courage, form a way of living that can protect your mind in the chaos of modern life. Stoicism is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming calm. It's about responding to life instead of reacting. It's about staying steady when everything shakes. It's about having an inner fortress no one can break. Before we close, let's turn these ideas into simple daily actions. Each morning, prepare yourself for challenge. Throughout the day, ask yourself what is in your control. When something upsets you, pause before reacting. When someone behaves poorly, guard your peace. When you face an obstacle, look for the lesson within it. Be present in every task. Let go of the past. Appreciate what you have. And at night, reflect gently on your actions, not with shame, but with the desire to improve. These small practices, done daily, can transform your inner world. And when the inner world changes, everything changes. Thank you for listening to this full summary and deep exploration of meditations by Marcus Aurelius, a guide for strength, wisdom, and inner peace. If this journey brought you clarity or comfort, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs these lessons today. We will continue bringing you powerful summaries that inspire reflection, focus, and growth. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep transforming. Transform your thoughts. Transform your life.